So somebody told me about a drink. Unfortunately, I will not tell you what it is. So what's in my cup stays in my cup. But kathufu. If you want me to tell you what it is that's in my cup, you've got to send me a message and ask me what's in the cup, and I will tell you if you ask me. Otherwise, what's in the cup stays in the cup. Hi, my people. Reflections. We're still reflecting on so many things around life, or about your life, about your surroundings, about many things. So, another moment here to reflect with me, Karitas. What are we reflecting on? So today we're talking about prioritizing, priority. When I was thinking about prioritizing and priority, you know how you go through school and you'd study so many things, and many of the things you'd say, Tebi Kugasa, like the prairies, Mansa Musa, I have never faced them in life. Like, I don't even know where they are. I have nothing to do with them. But then I thought about in economics. You remember in economics, the order of preference. And then I thought about priority, prioritizing. It's such a big word as well, because if you look at it from in different aspects, in your relationship, in your work, in your daily life, you prioritize. But many a time, there's some people who would write their order of preference, their list in order of preference, or in order of priority, like in order of importance. You put your list down and you know this is what I'm going to do, then next will be this and the other. There are others just abachigwamo no gambling no gatwala tugende je kinagukira omaro kwate kyokubiri. I mean, that's literally gambling in life. I mean, especially for certain things in certain areas. Like now in work, where work is related, you say, okay, I'm going to prioritize. Like now, you say, okay, you line out your priorities. I say, okay, I have the children, and then I have a shoot, then I have a meet with the girls, then maybe I'll end the day with a movie. Yeah, like I'm going to watch a movie, whether alone or whatever. Like that's going to be my end of the day. So you look at all those things that you have listed, but then you have to prioritize them. You have to list them in order of preference, order of importance, order of urgency. That means that I will have to think and say, okay, if I'm going to shoot, who's going to stay with the boys? What are they going to be doing? And then I'm going to say, I'll go shoot first. When I'm done shooting, then I'll come. Because I know in that moment, me shooting and completing that episode is very important. So I make a plan and I say, okay, the boys, call somebody, okay, please go do this, that. Keep them busy until you're done with the show. But what I've done in that case is I have prioritized by putting my job first, going to work and making sure, at the end of the day, you have to earn a living. When I come back home, they will be making demands. So you go, you do your job, you come from your job, then you come back home. Many times you see people doing things and you say, what's your order of priority? What's your priority list? What does it look like? What you want in life? Like, what inspires you? Like, how are you doing things the way you are doing them? You see, prioritizing helps you cover a huge surface as compared to just running with it. When you prioritize, it means you're saying, what can I do now? What should be done now? Okay, what is needed for that to be done now? And if I do that now, will it affect this other bit? Will it cause any instability on the other end? Just like you say, like I said, I'm going to work. If I'm going to shoot, who's going to be with the boys? So I know if I don't get them busy, if I don't do something like, get the Wi-Fi up, if they're home, get someone to go with them to the pool, maybe to swim or play soccer. If I don't do that, I'm going to come back to so many words from them. Mama, you left us. Mama, you did not leave this. Mama, you did not take us here. Mama, you worked till late. Mama. And it's in their right. It's their way in their right to do that, to say all these things. But you see, in life, for you to progress, for you to hit those targets, you need to prioritize. And many times, we never know how to do so because either we never know, okay, there's two things. Sometimes you just don't know how to do it. And on the other hand, which almost feels like the reason why you may not know how to do it, I feel like most times it's because maybe you're tied to something. There is, like say for example, I may say in my prioritization, I may say, let me do this first. Yeah? Let me say for example, like I said, go and shoot. And the reason I'm going to shoot, the reason why I have chosen to first go and shoot instead of going to spend time with the boys is because I am going to earn a living. So it's the earning a living that is driving me to put that priority as number one. So there are those attachments, there are those, I'll call them reasons for now, the reasons why you would want to put this first instead of the other. So, okay, let me just put it this way. There are times when I'd get, like say, gigs, and you're blessed and you get gigs. And those days, there are times when I would get like, say, like 3 gigs in a night. And those 3 gigs in a night, I am on salary. Not commission, because commission is a different thing altogether. You're on salary. So you say, okay, fine, I've got this, I've got that, okay. But then I used to think about it. Actually, for me, what made it even easier to prioritize is because of my passion, my love for what I did. So it made it easy for me to choose it as number one because of the passion, but also because of what I gained from it. Apart from the exposure and all, but at least every month I was getting a salary. Then I was getting the gigs that would then bring in some money. So I prioritize it. So I'll say, girls, I'm not going out with you guys tonight. I have a shoot tomorrow. I need to be bright and early and fresh to be able to do that shoot. So I have prioritized. I said, I'm going to do this first. Then I'll tell the girlfriends, you know what? If you guys are still there, I'm going to come and hang with you. You know, I put it as number 2. Should they fail to be there and, you know, there's no need to go there, that's okay. Meaning, whatever you put below, like if you've said you're in order of preference, so what is most important out here? Not even preference, order of importance, order of, you know, you put it number 1. It means there are those that are going to come as number 2, as number 3, and onwards. It means that these don't have to be dealt with right now. They can wait. We can buy some time. But this, we're in December. As soon as Christmas is done, it's going to be time for school fees. So right now, I'll prioritize and I'll say, school is very important. Start January, kids go back to school, I've got to pay fees, got to do all those expenses. So what I decide, I would say, okay, I want to prioritize. I want to say, whatever money I would have spent here over Christmas, let me first put aside the one for fees. So I prioritize school fees. I put it aside. Then whatever is left it's almost like you will work with whatever is left, because Christmas, as long as you eat, isn't that it? That's okay. There's no huge, and I know people tend to add so much importance to it, away from the fact that it's the birth of Christ, and that's where the importance is. But the importance that where people focus is the expenditure. I mean, it's your money. I shouldn't be even talking about your pocket. It's yours, it's yours. But I'm talking about when you prioritize, because at the end of December, when January comes, see, it is the time when things are hard. See, it's when the deserts show up. Yeah? That's when things, chaos, that's when everyone comes up with different stories. January, February. So what are you doing spending all that time in December? Why? Then January, you're going to be getting loans to pay fees. You're going to be getting loans to cover whatever you spent on, or whatever you borrowed, whatever you spent unnecessarily. So you prioritize. And if you're not careful, there's influence that could also change how you prioritize your list, or how you prioritize the things that you're dealing with, things in your life, or it's work, or whatever it is. knowing who you are and knowing what your life is all about, knowing what you represent, knowing what your potential is, knowing everything, your surrounding, just knowing yourself and understanding yourself is very important. And honestly, candidly, do not pretend to be someone else. Don't think that because you hang out with so-and-so, now you feel like you're so-and-so. No. You hang out with so-and-so, you feel you can spend like so-and-so. No. So sometimes it is also about the people you associate yourself with, the people you hang with, the people you work with, the people. Some of them could put you in a position where your priorities are misarranged or misarranged, because they will influence you. And they're influencing you based on their stand, based on their capacity, based on their lives. But now, you need to first of all know, Nze Karitas, okay? I can do this, I can do this, I can take care of this, I can do. And you know yourself, okay? I take care of this. Those are all the people who are my responsibility, meaning I don't have money to squander because I've got responsibility. It means you have decided on your own to look in your space and say, look, therefore, for me to be able to get through life, let me organize my own ducks instead of looking at other people's ducks. So you start organizing them based on obusobozibo. Don't do it based, first of all, don't do it based on things that are in the... You're basing it on things that don't exist, that are not there. They're not tangible. It's not there. They're things that you have thought of. They're things that have been put in your mind by your peers and friends and whoever. So you're thinking of things from someone else's perspective. That way, you're going to arrange that priority list based on someone else's story. You understand? That's why you end up finding people, nagula ekimotoka, kanchite ekimotoka, chinza kuba na tipa. Nenga tazose kubala. Tipa eyo jaguze. Eno ku side eno. Aina abana maybe babiri, omu, ali mu ddwaliro ali bubi. Agamba kanfune tipa. It's not that the tipper is going to get for him money that day. If it is, which is what I said earlier, if that tipper is going to get for you money, then you're arranging your priorities based on the returns, based on the results. So you buy the tipper. Why do you buy the tipper instead of going to spend that money on treating your child in hospital? Because you have thought and said, okay, if I get this tipper, or business woman and man, and you say, let me take this tipper out in the field. In a day, it will make me, let me throw figures out there, 1 million shillings, Ugandan shillings. So you go, so you calculate. You know your bill in hospital is going to be this. You know this is what you need for medicine, upkeep. The tipper is going to be, say, 50 million. For you to do trips of Sunday, it's like 1 million, between 1 million and depending. So you know it, you're saying if I prioritize and I put this here, I will make some money that will help figure this out entirely. That's a very smart move. So your priorities are arranged based on different aspects, on where you are, on where you're going, on also your ability. What can you and can't you do? What are you capable of doing on your own? What can you afford in that time and what can't you? Don't put yourself in an uncomfortable position just because you want to be. Don't go out of your comfort space because you want to be. No, you prioritize and say, so it is in life. It's even if you think about chasing your dreams, you think about going to school, you think about going to uni, a career, blah, blah, blah. Many times you hear someone say, oh, I'm going to do this, then after I finish my degree, I'm going to go do it, and then I'm going to go here, then after I'll give 2 years of, I'll take a break for 2 years, and those 2 years I'm going to work. Then Omo was like, why didn't you just study and finish completely? If I take those 2 years, and I'm going to make this money, China chigeno kungatirawo. Therefore, the priorities are, I first take that break. And then the second is your master's, if you want to come back. You want to go back and continue your education. So you say, I'm going to first of all cater for the first thing, take that break, 2 years, go work, get that money. I'm going to be paid. Then I will be able to pay for your master's, your PhD, whatever. So that is, you're writing your list. Then you say, the third one is, then you get open to dating. The fourth one, you want to travel to the US to study. The third, the fourth, you see your priority list? It is in so many places in life. Like I said, it could be even at work, it could be at home, in your love life, it could be anywhere where you get to apply a priority list. Let's talk about work. You talk about work and you're thinking priority. Sometimes you find that you're so swamped. And what you decide is the smart thing to do, which is what we're talking about right now, is to be able to make that list. You say, okay, I'm going to go and first have a meeting. When I'm done, we're going to go have a team building session. When we're done, we're going to go and have a counseling session for the staff. Then we're going to go out for lunch. Then we're going to come back and do this. So what is the order of priority? Counseling, let's put it here. Or is it team building? Okay, let's first team build. Why? Because if you team build, these are the results that will help create that trickle effect. And you'll have sorted so many things. So I feel like when I was just thinking about priority, I feel like what prioritizing does is it helps you create a system. Let me use that word instead of, there's another word I was going to use. Meaning that it creates that, what's that? My sons keep using that word. I'm going to find it. It means that if you do this right, if you put your priorities in order, it means that if you put them in order, you hit this first one, it creates a connection to the second one. Because the first one has been dealt with, it allows you to get to deal with the second one as well. So it means that you're constantly moving. You're not moving 2 steps forward and then 4 backwards. No, you're constantly moving because you knocked this one, priority number 1, knocked off, and it created an effect on the second one. So now I can also move the second one. So you move the second one because there's a continuation. There's one helps the other to move. And sometimes that's what life is all about. I mean, just sitting down and looking. Instead, it's so amazing. You know, there's certain things that I would never have thought about several years back. Prioritize. I just go with my instincts. Whatever I feel like, that's what I go with. If I feel like, no, I want to do this first, I'd never give it a second thought of, but no, if I do this first, I'll do this. I only applied those things when I grew up. So I'm sharing my wisdom with you now after learning through life's lessons. So what I'm trying to say is prioritize. Even in your relationships, you would say, okay, fine, my girlfriends are calling me, they want us to go out, or you wanted to do, there was something else you were going to do, but your partner is feeling very low. Something's not going on well, blah, 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 blah. So you decide and say, you know what? I must stay home and just keep him company. You have arranged your priorities, and your priority number 1 is your family. In this case, your partner. You call, and if your girlfriends are your true friends, they should respect that priority. In fact, they should applaud you for taking that decision. So you call your girlfriends and you tell them, but dear, because you've rearranged those decks. You've said, no, the most important thing for me right now is my family. So I'm going to stay with my partner, make sure he's fine, then I can go out. You see, you have put your list of priorities in the most practical way. It creates the peace, it means that you care about your partner, it means you care about your family, you've put them first. So what you need to to think about when you're writing that priority list is what would be the results of me not doing this? What would be the results of me doing it like this? Are there any benefits for me doing it like this? That if I do it like this, it's going to help me cover so much ground that I won't even realize how much time has passed or how far I've gone. So it is about understanding what are the benefits of me arranging this priority list like this. The second thing is, who am I? First of all, if the priority list may involve other people, okay, many times, meaning it has to do with the kids, the colleagues at work, your boss, whatever, different people. Meaning that when you're making that priority list, you've got to first of all consider, if it is work, if it is the boss, what does he want me to do? He has asked me to do this. My immediate boss also asked me to do this. Then I also have to go for a meeting. Then I have another internal meeting with your colleagues. You have 4 things. One is your boss. One is your immediate boss. One is your colleagues bonding, whatever. Then the other one. Of course, automatically someone would just say, go and do what the boss has said because... But you might find that, forget the boss. Here, it is so important for you to go and meet your colleagues because there's probably going to be a session of counselor maybe is going to come in, and it's a session that you are going to benefit from. So you say, let me first go for that. I'll let the boss know that we have this. After this is done, then I'm going to come back for a meeting. So you continuously have to see it from all sides. What do I stand to gain? How does this change my situation? If I don't, then what? Does it then affect me? In what way? To what degree? It's all about just being able to figure out what it is that you want at the end of it. Yeah, I wish I could show you what's in the cup, but like I said, it stays in the cup. So priority in your relationships, in your love life, in your life, in your relationships, in your personal life, work, in your circles with your people. You don't want people saying, your friends, that's why I say peer pressure. Peer pressure can make you rearrange, arrange. You find yourself doing things and you ask yourself, Allah, why did I do this? I was meant to be doing the other. You are not focusing on your list. You are not focusing on the things that you want to see done. You are not focusing on where you want to see yourself in the next whatever duration it is that you're working with. But it is doable. It is doable. It is something that you just have to you cultivate it. You keep doing it. It's consistency, and you've got to keep that going because I think it simplifies life. If you can master it, how to do it. It's almost like how you sit down and you budget, say, for a mukolo. You're budgeting for a mukolo, so you spread everything equally across the board. So you're saying, okay, in life, what do I want to do? What do I want to gain from this relationship? This, my job, what do I want to gain? What do I want? Spread all those cards on the floor. What I mean is the priority list. Just open it up and just try and figure each out. Try and think through the importance of that. What are the benefits of that? What is the urgency of you doing it that time? Does it have to be done then, or you can move it like a week? So it's all about research. Research. And the research is when you sit down and you talk to yourself and you try and figure things out. That's what I started doing. Where you become hard on yourself and you say, you know what, I'm not going to do this, I am going to do this. And you say, no, I'm not going to come, I'm going to do this. So far, so good. But still so much work to do. But other than that, I'm enjoying reflecting. I mean, being honest with yourself and being sincere with whatever wrongs you've done, with whatever lies ahead, with whatever you could have done different. That's what we're doing, we're learning by reflecting. So thank you for reflecting with me, and I want to hear your reflections on these topics that we talk about. These are all things that I've seen in life, I've gone through, I've heard. So yeah. I love reflecting with you. I love reflecting on life. I get to learn, I get to share, and I want you to share as well. So reflect with me, ask those questions, and just let's be as candid as we can and just speak about these things. So, wrapping up this episode of Priorities, which marks the end of our first season of Reflections with Karitas. Ooh, dear. Almost feels like we started just yesterday. How time flies. Yeah, it was yesterday, right? Anyway, so looking forward to hearing what you thought about season 1. What are your questions? What would you love to see different next season? And we're already working on a twist for next season. So basically, we want to head into the next season with you. So stay with us, continue to comment, continue to ask questions, continue to discuss and reflect. Don't forget to love yourself. Everything we've talked about, even priority and prioritizing, it starts with you. If you love yourself and you know you know it and you want to put yourself first, you won't have any problems with that priority list, I tell you. So, it's been an amazing season. I can't believe it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Those that are behind the cameras that you don't see, at the team that works with me, and then those that are watching us from home and wherever you just might be. I love you and I appreciate you so much. I don't take that for granted. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the comments, the love, the criticism. I take it in equal measure. So, until the next season, remember you're part of this. We reflect with you. It's Reflections with Karitas, but I'm reflecting with you. So send us those comments, send us whatever topics you want us to talk about. Let's do this next season. God bless you, take care, stay safe, no glove, no love, don't drink and drive, use the seatbelt, and let's spread some love.